There's also something in regards to Samurai Wallet. Of course, Samurai Wallet, the founders arrested last year and the servers taken down, Whirlpool taken down. And it seems that the Southern District of New York has just thrown everything in the kitchen sink at it and kind of come off as flailing a little bit, just trying to throw pepper in extra stuff here. Econo Alchemist gave a great breakdown of what they've just done. Let's chat about this. This is wild. Okay, so this is Econo Alchemist, and he's breaking down the update with this Samurai case here. So let's just do a little peruse through. He said, on June 24th, and again, this was like a week and a bit back, but worth outlining. And also, we need to take a look at the updates and how you can still use Whirlpool. SDNY, so Southern District of New York, filed a superseding indictment against Samurai Wallet. Basically, they updated the allegations against the developers. As if the original indictment wasn't crazy enough, the SDNY is completely drunk with power now. Here's the biggest differences I saw. First, the allegations time frame has been extended a couple months. So they added a couple months onto the end of the time period where they're alleging that crimes happened. Implication is that SDNY found something they want to use as evidence that occurred in the couple months leading up to the arrest. Second, the original indictment stated Samurai laundered over $100 million of crime proceeds. The number is now $250 million. Putting one and two together would seem to imply that shoddy chain analysis evidence points to an additional $150 million in crime proceeds magically appearing in the 2 months leading to the arrest, or maybe their definition of crime proceeds changed to expand that amount, or who knows. In any case, to my knowledge, none of these multimillionaire criminals have been charged despite the evidence and tracing of their proceeds through Whirlpool. Only the developers who built a neutral service and who have no control over the end user's actions have been arrested. Moving on, the language used to describe the background on Samurai Wallet changed significantly. The new indictment states explicitly that Samurai transferred funds on behalf of the public, which is absurd departure from the reality of non-custodial wallets. Additionally, paragraphs have been added in the background section, putting heavy emphasis on the absence of KYC measures in Samurai Wallet. Oddly, this isn't a legal requirement of any non-custodial wallet yet. Beware wallet devs, the trajectory couldn't be more clear. Why were the percentages removed from the new version of the Whirlpool fee table? The allegation is that $2 billion passed through Whirlpool and Ricochet, and that Samurai collected $4.5 million in fees for those services. But $4.5 million is 5% of only $90 million, not $2 billion. So again, New York doing some fun math there. In a stunning, this is the best one in my opinion because it's so sarcastic. In a stunning cryptographic breakthrough, the SDNY has uncovered a Whirlpool coordinator that magically generates new addresses on behalf of end users. I'll read the actual bit from the indictment. Samurai's coordinator server automatically generated the new addresses that were used as inputs and outputs throughout the process on behalf of users, although the private keys for these cryptocurrency addresses were stored in each user's individual cell phone and not shared with Samurai's employees. Below is a graphical. Anyways, that's not possible, so that's fun. Moving on, several social media forum and private messages have been added to the new indictment, highlighting things like cartoon graphics that Samurai didn't control and very vague language like dirty BTC. None of these amount to court of the counts as charged. Things get weirder. They've thrown allegations of conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute controlled substances. So a drug dealer used Whirlpool, and now the devs are drug dealers. They removed allegations of violating 1960 B1B, but they left B1C, which is highly regarded, because it means that the devs are not charged with failing to get a money transmitted license, but still operated an unlicensed MSB to transfer funds on behalf of the public. So Samurai Wallet used non-custodial wallet software to transfer criminal funds on behalf of the public with an unlicensed MSB that didn't need a license. Got it. Clear as mud. So anyways, this is a mess, man. What do you think of this?
To me, it screams of desperation. Like ultimately, software being speech, code being speech has been codified long before this, and I don't think they have a legal leg to stand on. I think there was some perhaps incendiary kind of comments prior, and I think they're trying to make an example of Samurai, but I don't think they have the grounds. And so, in an attempt to find something, my guess is increasing that amount and opening up the window is they're probably trying to push for a guilty plea, that they're trying to get them to freak them out, to put so much pressure on them that they just settle for something as they're starting to have their case kind of fall out from under them, particularly with the Trump administration outright saying that, like, we're not interested in going after crypto anymore. We're going a different direction with this. This isn't a priority for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, these guys don't deserve this, obviously. I think people need to continue making a stink about this. And I hope that they continue to push back. I understand that obviously they've got to be under a ton of pressure. And, if something attractive comes up, I would be hard pressed to, if I've got a family and stuff at home, I would be hard pressed to not take some sort of a deal. But like, in the examples of being bullied by the state, it takes the people that actually stand up to make any changes. When you bend the knee, the status quo continues, which is just unfortunate. So let me break this down for my fellow Bitcoiners. In just 8 weeks, I've seen a serious shift, more strength, more energy, and fast muscle gains. The reason? FITSCRIPT. They ran 124 biomarkers, blood, hormones, inflammation, and built a fully custom plan: nutrition, training, supplements. No guesswork, no templates. This is functional medicine meets precision fitness for high-performing men who want sovereignty over their health. If you care about optimization the way you care about your money, test, don't guess. Don't trust, verify. Hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on the screen to check out FITSCRIPT and see what's possible. Now, what's not unfortunate is that the tools that these guys built, they live on. They live on because somebody forked the project. And I've covered Ashigaru Wallet and how to build your own dojo node and link it. But that didn't have Whirlpool, which was the actual CoinJoin protocol that allowed you to break the links between you and your Bitcoin. Well, that also has now been forked and built into Ashigaru with Ashigaru Whirlpool and Terminal version 1. This was released a couple weeks back. I'm now looking into it, starting to play, and pretty promising, pretty awesome to see. Now, it's important to note, of course, there are fees involved. And so, you're going to have to, I will cover those as I do the tutorial. But again, it's just really, really cool to see that these tools cannot be censored. It reminds me of like BitTorrent and all of that. They slap down one website and another one pops up. The Pirate Bay has been around for how long? How many iterations of that? So, they're not going anywhere. I mean, you must be happy to see this, Nathan.
Oh, I'm ecstatic to see that the more privacy tools we have out and available, the better. And again, going back to even the earlier conversation about the IMF and how the information ultimately is the thing that takes it down, it's the same thing here, right? Information wants to be free. It wants to be out there. It doesn't matter like if the state is even going to go after the Samurai devs. It was open source. It was available to fork off beforehand. So good white hat actors out there are going to get it. They're going to run with it because people hunger for this sort of thing and they hunger for their freedom. You're not going to stop us, particularly if what you're trying to prevent is just information.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Now, again, to segue a little bit, but to keep in the vein of people exercising their individual sovereignty, we saw a little bit of that here in Calgary over the weekend because we had the SAT market, which was awesome. This one was the biggest one yet. A ton of awesome local and national and international Bitcoiners made their way to Calgary and celebrated with us and spent sats with us and got all kinds of things. We had, butchers and beef and eggs and chicken and some of the best jerky money can buy. And there were tradesmen there were artists there were people with apparel. There's dentists. There's my personal trainer was kicking around. There's a ton of awesome stuff. And I don't know, I'm pretty bullish on it. How did you enjoy your time at the SAT market?
Oh, I absolutely loved it. We had banks there with Bow Valley Credit Union. We had hotels there with the Kenrick. Love those guys. Love Jeff. It was a fantastic, definitely the best and biggest one yet. The mood was electric. People were very, very excited to participate, to meet other people. And I got to say, guys, like this kind of thing comes up all the time. We can all do a little bit more. We can all learn something new. So we're very fortunate that Ben started this off here, got the SAT market going. But if you don't have one in your area, start one. Maybe go to a local meetup. You could send a nice message in support of the Samurai devs, right? You can learn a new skill. There's always something in Bitcoin you can be doing to contribute and to help build this out.
Yeah, 100%. And we tried something new at the SAT market this time. We started onboarding some people to Vexel, which looks pretty cool. Again, just reading from the website here, it's a mobile app giving users a simple, accessible, and safe way to trade Bitcoin as it was intended, peer-to-peer and without KYC. But that kind of understates what you can do in the app, because what we're looking to do and what's built in is you can designate, I have cash, I want Bitcoin, or I have Bitcoin, I want cash. But you can also say, I have Bitcoin, I want to buy a product, or I have a product, I want to receive Bitcoin. And so we're onboarding the local merchants so that we can easily connect with and find each other on a local level. And then it's based on kind of your circle of trust. So when you connect with somebody, you also get their direct connections added into your kind of listings on your main screen. So we're experimenting. We're going to see how it goes and how we can add people. But I'm hopeful. I think it'll be a pretty good experiment here. And we'll see how it goes. Bitcoin Well is the best place to be buying and selling Bitcoin in Canada and the US. And now with Bitcoin Well Infinite, it's also the best place to be making large buys at their OTC desk of over $50,000. Their white glove service gives you fast transactions, no slippage, and the lowest fees. You can scan the QR code on the screen or simply head to bitcoinwell.com/BTC sessions to sign up today. And you can share your own personalized referral link to earn commissions.